This is it. Carrickmore. We can already hear her voice on the wind.
Don't go missing. They just change owners.
Time flies, as do we.
Recruited.
I'll write it off your tax report.
Warriors of the Skaha, did we not become our blood thickening? They say Rome's last end. Look at his wench. Do we, the Skaha, allow Iron Throne?
So now you know who and
Clearly her threats
Carrick.
is more than well defended. Speaking of, anxious.
Go easy now.
Thanos! Hold on!
Procurata, I believe the Water is preparing for an attack.
Wouldn't be the first time. Lady Marcia, you may wish to rouse your household. There is news. It's important enough for me to deliver myself. Trade keeps us all alive. Mercury's blessings.
Time flies, as do we.
Front line gets the view.
It's the governor's wife. I need another moment. Please, find our meeting hall.
Then, is that an... I never thought...
Please,
in drowning.
Ben Barlian, what in...
Oh, this place. I'm dragged.
But didn't you grow up...
Civilized place.
There is civilization here, Ben.
Mingle with brutes.
You're being unfair. Have you seen the trinkets they make out of...
Simple pleasure.
Well, they aren't the ones stealing wine. Here's an idea. Ben Barlian, I order you to enjoy yourself.
Beer brewing. But if I fall in a vat, I may never be rid of the smell. Surely you have need of me here, in the villa.
As you can probably tell, things were tough for us, Capel.
What did he do?
Well, it's more about what he might surprise you.
And they express those feelings?
Well, he's got...
I see.
But you would consider... Right.
It is the Emperor himself. He means to visit.
Show me that, dear,
Mistress, this is out of the question.
You may remember the man in better days.
Surely you are not suggesting...
All you have to do is have a nice lie down when he arrives.
I don't understand. Why is countless provinces vying for his attentions?
Maybe he's trying to escape civilization and break someone's nose.
Even before Servius, Albion was always a trophy province.
So he's coming here to claim it for his own. With an army?
It's a celebrated tradition. Hammering the tribes of Albion till they're on their knees.
Ben, about the visit. I need you to be Titanius, and I need you to be very...
What hope is there in such an... And when he dies?
Then he must see what...
Lepers, mistress? Please.
Don't be silly, Ben. Let me introduce you.
But a disguise?
You can and you will, Ben. You don't want him.
Oh.
I'll take that as agreement.
Is it just me, or do your cities look more Celtic than Roman?
So they do.
Maybe Voad'll soften up to you after all.
A decision, your judiciousness.
Enough to feed, and I've got the face paint ready.
How do I look?
Horrid. I'm joking. Why did Calidus have to come now? Does he suspect something? Did he dig up those rose bushes Diana mentioned? I'll have to think of some way to distract him once he's here. I really, really can't have him finding out now.
May well be we value things differently. We're all friends here.
Through the waves!
I await your instruction. The reek of horse droppings, thank goodness.
Let's get started then.
Away, Praetor!
inside, Ben. What's going on?
Mistress, I'm afraid they're asking for Governor Titanius. Please do not force me to play that part again. If I may, you could speak to the locals. It might appear churlish to deny them an audience altogether.
You're right. I'll go see them. On behalf of my noble husband.
Place is unfinished.
A new unit has been recruited.
A matter for the moot. All in due time.
Hej! Morgon!
People here sure like petitions.
Glad such dilemmas don't fall upon me.
Showing goodwill? After all this time?
Love a horse on market day. Turn 'em out so fine.
The Emperor's sail is sighted.
He is here. Mithras, he'll throw us to our own eels.
Ben, listen. He's not going to touch you. You've got the Gallic rashes, gout, and the swamp fever, remember?
A great comfort, to be sure. Let us hope.
Here they come. Ben, get in position.
Oh, wait.
My husband is still fighting his illness. He's got... Please, for the love you...
I wouldn't call it love, lady. We got... You weren't kidding, were you? He looks like a right leper. Away, Praetor.
My legions are...
That's...
An attack.
The wild ones will swarm us, thinking the Emperor's here.
But you came with a small...
Damn right he wouldn't. That's all spurious bastards over there, in dress and robes.
But to pretend to be the imperial person, the punishment...
I assure you it was Caldus' idea. He's busy in Parth Arbor, and he trusts me and the lads.
Husband, if this news be true, we must prepare the household to defend us.
Don't let your guard down.
So wait, that isn't actually the Emperor? Or...
No.
I'm still a bit new to Roman humour, I think.
You're prepared for nasty surprises now.
Ambulation down the Decumanus is indisputably instigative.
We advance.
This Alva wriggle, little beauty.
A decision, your judiciousness. As ever, we shall obey.
Don't mind helping out?
Trade with tribes across the whole of the Northern Sea. Slaves and iron.
Need support?
The dread forest stirs.
I wonder if she'll take the bait.
If she believes Emperor Calidus is here, she may think to kill him.
Oh, Mithras!
Your new Emperor sent you here to die, didn't he? Because I know he's not here. You're in this alone, like me. Man, woman, I won't have no Romans here. Can't have you draining our fens and murdering our children again.
A fire has started in your city. Done. A structure is under attack.
Don't mind helping out. Salva wriggle, little beauty. Front line gets the view.
done. A structure is under attack.
Advance!
One of our troops is under attack.
Cohorts at your command. Simple serves best. Stand together! Cohorts at your command. Infectus! Future citizens unite. Cohorts at your command.
Marcia Titania, you commanded these men.
You know my husband is in no state to fight. We would have all been killed.
You did very well for someone with no experience. I fear this may only be the beginning. But your husband was sick again, so it's got to be you. Come see me as soon as you can.
We will not suffer in silence. We shall sing our songs loud and clear ere we disappear.
We've got one shot.
Preserve the peace of my realm.
On one of the isles stands an old forest, the Grove of Venunos.
You mean druids?
Whether in leafy groves or in their... Still, if you ever felled that forest, that land has a lot of mining potential.
Mining?
Up to you and your guardian to decide.
That ambush bears Vawad.
Mule's teeth!
I hate to involve you in this, Titania, but you stand in the line of slaughter.
No, that's all right. I don't mean to sit around.
Or maybe it doesn't have to be war.
The stronger your cities, the stronger your armies.
We found the last of Vawada's outposts.
The stronger your cities, the stronger your armies.
A governor can tell friend from foe by using diplomacy.
The Emperor wishes for Titanius to push the boundaries of the Limes even further. If Vawada is on the move, you should talk to Atha. Old Lucius's pick for governor. One that didn't work out too well.
So, if you wish to settle another island...
He could do so, and I would advise him to do so.
advise.
As do we.
Sometimes I think, if I was a man, things wouldn't be so bloody complicated. I'd just be the governor. They let me get away with it. They're always getting away with things. Lucius with his lies, Calidus with storming the Senate. It must be nice, never having to explain yourself.
Simple serves best.
You speak of powerful men. The exception, not the rule. Slaves are not expected to explain themselves. They are beaten.
We keep out of all.
In return, the Emperor expects Albion taxes. Long overdue.
Here you are, Ben. How have you been getting on? Still at odds with your new vocation?
The brewer's method morphs my sleep. Achieving that golden swirl means stirring vats deep into morning.
Careful now, or someone might think you're having fun.
Now we have Pax. Rome expects a return on conquest.
I should pick the isle with the most useful fertilities.
put smiles on all their faces, shall we?
Neptune's finest! Ready! Festina Lente.
Speak with you on a private matter.
Very good.
Since we came to the shore, instead of flogging me, but I was wrong.
I'm glad to hear it.
That does not. A tendency to assume the worst has served me in the past, but perhaps it is time I let go.
Then, Balian...
Why does...
Well?
Not many care to hear the story.
You,
Yes.
Did they...
If I had known I would be in the service of Lucius, it was knowing.
I'm not sure.
I am a slave.
Oh.
More than. But trapped here, I cannot hope to win my freedom by...
Could you?
Such is my value. I have a price on my head so high, I fear the peculium of several lifetimes. I am touched, Ere, very touched. If ever the opportunity to broach such a trivial subject did arise...
Look at us, keeping the Empire afloat. It's all yours.
We advance.
Festina Lente.
There's good eating on cockles, and not just for crabs.
A letter has arrived from Amelia Naucratia. Your mother, I presume?
Emilia Naucratia to her daughter Marcia. Oh, Mum's so worried. Sounds like Marcus is having fun at least. If only you knew what I got myself into, little brother.
We advance!
Little Marcus, I hope you've grown to like Hellas. You're very far away now. I picture you catching fish, sunning yourself. Sunny Tribunus Marcus. And Marcia, Queen of Mud. What a pair we'd make. This must be the isle with the grove of Venunos the Procurator mentioned. Spooky. If I plan to mine here, I'll need to build a little mining community.
You will always find an excuse to take what isn't yours.
We stand, waiting.
Instead of insects, it's the honk of the swan at night. Albion disturbs my circadian rhythms.
What could you possibly require?
Construction of a ship has finished.
Lay the tip of an axe to those trees and the ladder'll be swinging around at your neck. If you want to do the right thing, build a Phantom. Encourage all peoples of these lands to bring life back to the Grove.
I could build up the sacred site, but that might attract druids. Wish I could be sure they don't eat people.
Don't even think about letting the damn druids back in. Give the Celts an inch, and they'll take a Roman mile. No. Get the timbermen in and fell that rotten place. They'll want a comforting hearth, too, to get over the horror.
I'll need woodcutters and bardic hearts if I want to get mining.
Necron's finest! Ready! Away, Praetor! Action be our shield! What could you possibly require? Through the waves!
We ought to take good care of our wares.
Waiting for your decree!
Seems that forest has the woodcutters scared.
Maybe they could use a drink.
Tell me if I'm overexcited, but with the Phantom,
Do you think?
a sacrifice.
If I want to
Titania, you can't do this. These are wild men. Worship.
Festina Lente. Neptune's finest! Ready!
possibly require? Time flies, as do we. Don't be going to market for a friendly horse.
Another valiant comes to Kerthroyd. Seek you an audience with King Iorgwen. Behold! My shining, brilliant city on the hill!
My name is Marcia Titan.
A wandering fair. You stand before Arthur Iorgwen, King of the Isles. Appoint my sworn swords and I seek adventure.
Very...
But tell me, wayward...
not exactly. I'm here because Emperor Calidus sent me.
Accompany me on my great hunt, then, and I shall be your humble servant. I cannot heed your wish, far-travelled Melusine. Voada and I are not yet destined to meet upon the field.
No surprise. Jaina's faced Iorgwen is again ducking his pledge to Rome.
I seek a beast of renown. Something they'll tell stories about. The sort of thing a maiden fair might lure from its lair.
Nice place you've got. Through the waves!
Construction of a ship has finished.
We stand, waiting.
These woodcutters are drunk and ready to swing an axe at someone. I'd better make sure it's a tree.
So you chopped it down?
Some of those trees are 20 generations old, so said.
What a surprise. Romans have obliterated the grove of Venunos.
I can't desecrate what is not sacred. Druidism was banned for a reason. You sought to revive revolting practices under the cover of mourning.
Ah, you're no different than the men, Roman. You make a desert and call it peace.
The grove was a symbol of the past, a place for the dead, not for the living. It's past time people moved on. It wasn't going to feed anything but the rebellion.
Titania, you've been fending well for yourself. Nevertheless, I feel it is my duty to fill you in on an unsavory truth.
As do we. We advance.
Need support?
One of our troops is under attack.
Waiting for your decree.
She is under attack.
Fortune favors the bold.
What is it, Corvin?
We lost many good men in the early days of
Who are we talking about?
the 9th cohort. Rarely in the history of conquest is it.
You're hoping to...
That needn't worry you.
Intriguing. The last known position...
Hills, you'd be wise to stay clear.
Corvinus won't tell me anything.
So way, Viator. Through the waves.
Marching!
What have you done?
What could you possibly require? Nutarius! Waiting for your decree.
I feel bad for those lads. I know they were going to pillage and murder in a year's time, but still.
Don't mind helping out.
gente. As do we. Through the waves. Time flies. As do we.
Being recruited.
Your legions will bleed for every step they take.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities. There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Waiting for your decree. Neptune's finest! Ready!
Come on to my benno reeking of fish. Space in our stores. Prefer a reed shoe to a sandal. Local, see?
Be the judge of me, let it be an alderman who swore by the stone. How's looking after the land?
Hail, and welcome, Maid of the Hills. You mean to oversee a noble quest for the Banner of the Fallen, we hear? Answer me this. What star guides you upon this quest?
Seems to be taking the loss of that Aquila rather personally. I want to help.
It was an ignoble defeat. Rather than facing their fates, they fled, forsaking their cause.
Waiting for your decree!
The bards remember such craven deeds well. No less than 3 epic satires lampoon this shameful retreat.
Thanks, Atha. I've got to be going. The 9th cohort must have made camp on one of these isles. Corvinus won't like me sticking my nose into this business, but I do mean to be careful. Several armed units should discourage an attack.
As do we.
I could not help but overhear. Manx's information matches recent discrepancies on the tablets. Someone is intercepting our income. I have found these types of people flaunt their stolen wealth. We may be able to pick them out in the street.
Now, to find the last known camp of the 9th cohort.
Mariners! Forward!
Our scouts have sighted new land. Construction of a ship has finished.
What could you possibly require? Praetor. We advance. Leaders, forward! Waiting for your decree. Festina Lente.
Need support?
Neptune's finest. Ready.
Know the place.
Oh there! What you Roman doing all the way out here? You seen my horses?
I'm, looking for the 9th cohort. They're, relatives of mine.
I can't help you. I gotta find my darlings, my horses.
If my kinfolk enrich themselves at your expense, I'd fain join the hearing at least.
I can't believe Oak Apple posed as tax collectors. They could have become rich if they'd kept their mouths shut.
Consider it done, Ere.
I'm glad you trust me to bring my own people to justice.
Goodbye, tax thieves.
Counted for.
My pleasure.
I never said I...
Hey!
Don't change the fact that you're wasting your time, Missy. Yeah, quit.
Hold! Waiting for your decree.
send my units down there to have a look around.
Construction of a ship has finished.
What could you possibly require?
Not much left here. Rusty swords, dented armor.
Front line gets the view.
Minerva, how did that man know about the Aquila? I never mentioned it to him. Grandfather, listen here. How come...
Please, Domina, what good is this old relic to you? If you're truly a relative, then do not murder your kin. The 9th was my command. I was out of my depth. Renounce our oath to Rome and join the...
And you chose to save yourself.
I'm no hero, all right. Only a handful of us from Latium. Why should we die for it with no...
Sometimes...
Why, don't go poking fun at me now, missus. That's all I have to say. If you're...
I know what Corvinus would do. But what should I do?
Need support?
Right on time.
So weary, Triantor.
So you let our story remain in the past? Gods be praised. The Legion would never have been so lenient back in the day.
Good thing I'm not the Legion. I can't blame you for what you did. We're all just trying to stay alive.
I'm glad you've decided to give those hills a wide berth. It's for the best.
A little birdie tells me you turned a blind eye to the Skaha's friends. I appreciate it. That is all. Don't expect it.
Corvinus is keeping Vawada's brother captive.
He and the other prisoners are destined for life.
As do we. Thanos, hold on! Waiting for your decree!
Let's go and visit Corvinus, Ben. Perhaps the prisoner is still about.
waiting. We advance.
Don't mind helping out.
One of our troops is under attack. Its ship is under attack.
We keep our law.
Need support?
Forward, Vital.
Well done, Ere. This will reduce her food production and thus her numbers.
What could you possibly require?
Your tribe, your verdict. We shall see.
Forward, Vital.
for 2 hours, Eri. May I suggest some refreshments? The ship is under attack.
The sea will spit us out again. You'll see.
Time flies, as do we. We advance.
You have done well by my manifold subjects. Your subjects, if you insist.
Through the waves. waiting.
One of our troops is under attack.
Push out!
A ship is under attack.
You hatless plowman!
Martial violence is the only way. But it is a way.
Waiting for your decree.
That's enough torques for today. Give me something to work with.
What could you possibly require?
The Emperor has requested all governors support his army expenses. I climb the cliffs sometimes. Can't afford to lose my edge.
Waiting for your decree. Possibly require. Through the waves! Carry us! Forward!
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Now that's what I call efficient.
Festina Lente.
Marcia Titania, please, stay away from the prisoners. They'll be shipped off to Latin.
Now, where is he? Ugh, Juno, help me. These cages look putrid.
How do you know I'm Voada's brother? Look, keep it quiet, or things will be far worse for me.
Now, where is he? Ugh, Juno, help me. These cages look putrid.
What did I tell you, Titania?
Procurator.
A vital capture for the safety of this province, that one. Claims he's a lootist. Other than that, don't know much about it. To help you build? Is it?
Look.
Better be quick, though.
Mariners! Forward! We advance!
Oh, the tales they'll tell.
Waiting for your decree! Neptune's finest! Ready! Through the waves!
We've been weaving reed shoes for 1,000 summers or more.
Some got voices like silver. Others sound like sick chickens. Bards, I tell you.
Waiting for your decree. Mariners, forward!
Our requisition has arrived, I see. What's good for you is good for me.
What to do about Fawada's brother? Ben, any advice? No? Figures.
I don't have to go back to the Sky, you know. My sister doesn't understand. Never chose the sword like she did. I don't...
Construction of a ship has finished.
Aedan, dear brother. It's time you remembered what... And you. The only reason we did...
Time flies, as do we. Mariners, forward! Time flies, as do we. What could you possibly require? Neptune's finest! Ready! What could you possibly require?
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities. Waiting for your decree. Mariners, forward!
I will ensure that all of this goes directly to the Fiscus.
Tell us, is this Dorian of yours a prince? A hero? A mortal, you say?
Why sow division, Governor? Weaken the idea of Rome. When together, we can be so much stronger.
I await your instruction.
And old warriors, but no old, bold warriors.
A fine effort.
There can only be peace if concessions are made.
as do we. We advance.
Bring your wares by beast or boat.
Let us. Hold on. Festina Lente.
The ship is under attack.
Prepare for war.
You have drowned these men, girl child. To what end? The Skaha will not bend.
Let us. Hold on.
Look who's here, tough boys.
Wary now. Here be dragwins.
Fancy taking some moorland lowbellies off my hands? I don't think they're biters.
What could you possibly require?
Construction of a ship has finished.
We advance. Through the waves. waiting. Neptune's finest! Ready!
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities. Construction of a ship has finished.
That beer is looking real friendly. both starve.
Festina Lente. Mena! Forward!
Before a sandal ever set foot here, 100 generations and more lived on these shores.
Festina Lente.
You wouldn't need to watch your back all the time. Are you watching?
Look around you. They're armed to the teeth.
Thousands of years ago, this was sacred ground. Though the rites are forgotten, this is still a place of kings. Never has a Roman walked here and lived. And yet, here you are. I'm surprised Rome tolerates your existence. But I will offer truth to you. But only to you. If they kill you, it is void.
If you're having second thoughts, keep them for later. We don't need another lost legion.
I accept this truce. Thank you.
Then our agreement stands. Let none of us prove traitor.
Never thought she'd respect anything but the sharp end of a blade. I almost think she likes you.
I don't know. She might still chuck a spear at me later. But look, the Skaha brought food. I'm starving.
There'll be trouble when Calidus hears. A woman like you is bound to make enemies. But I will not be one of them.
Procurator Corvinus?
Titania, I know what Titanius should look like. My cousin Fabius was his...
Corvin...
But I do. I do.
I don't know...
Don't mention it.
I expect you to keep the promises you made. All of them.
I negotiated a truce with Voada. Feels good. I hope Emperor Calidus doesn't find out.
Governor Titanius, winning wars from your bedside. Colour me impressed. I'm summoning you back to Latium, to an ovation, where I expect to marvel at you in person. I've heard some strange stories from my soldiers. I've requested a full report from Procurator Corvinus, which will no doubt clear up any doubts. No more games. Vale, Calidus.
Just heard the news, Marcia. That ovation could be a blessing in disguise. Come and see me before you go. eyes on the horizon. Leave the rest to the gods.
Titanius is to be summoned back to Latium. What do you think?
I'm afraid I can't answer that, but he's going to find...
I wish I'd never done it.
He'll think no such thing.
You're helping me.
Because you deserve it. Calidus wasn't here to see you coping with chiefs and barbarians. Marcia, you'll always have friends. Fair winds.
To think I would ever be setting sail.
I've made my... I'll go. I'll attend what I suppose.
I live by a simple rule. Those who achieve great things are to be greatly rewarded. Even if they're not what we expect. Hail Titanius! Hail Titania, his wife, who in the hour of his death took command.
Always Calidus.
Like Agrippina, you followed your husband to the edge of the world. Loyalty beyond compare. This woman endured the company of barbars. And when Titanius succumbed to Celtic swamp fever, she ensured his orders were still carried out. Virtuous and true, we thank you. Listen, Corvinus's report, it sounds made up. Only he hasn't got the imagination. Your involvement, what this could have resulted in.
We defeated Voada and the Skaha.
Of course we did. That is why you're here and not exiled to some small island in Panditaria. That the Celts, who bend not only swords, but the very name of justice, would bend to the word of a woman. It's not something I would have bet on.
Yes, Imperator.
But they did melt down their weapons. Why should I care how it was done? You've given me Albion. So we'll overlook certain inconsistencies in your story. Hear me, people of Latium! These lands shall pass to the widow of Titanius, Marcia Titania! May Latium rise from the ashes of volcanoes and sad old emperors, to bask in the light of freedom and prosperity, to grow rare vintages, to show off the grand designs of Roman ingenuity. This is where I leave you, Titania. To your lands. If you manage them well, the world is your oyster. You could build something that lasts. Seize the day. It belongs to you.
Let's build something lasting.
Let the celebrations begin in earnest. To victory!